Hello everyone! In this video, we will see an array problem from GFG. The title for the problem is Peak Element. First, understand the problem statement. The problem statement says that an element is called peak element if the value is not smaller than the value of its adjacent elements, if they exist. In this problem, we have been provided by an array named as RR, and the size of the array as n. As per the solution of this problem, we have to return the index of any one of its peak elements. Let's first understand the problem using an example. We have an array of size 3, where the elements are 1, 2, and 3. What's the peak element in this array? For this array, the possible answer is 2, because the element at index 2 is 3, and it's greater than its neighbor. Let's have a clear understanding using one more example. In this example, we have an array of size 3, where the element is 3, 4, and 2. What's the peak element in this array? For this array, the possible answer is 1, because the element at index 1 is 4, and it's greater than its neighbor. Solution. In this problem, we have to find the peak element. So for the simplest approach that come to mind is to simply check for each element whether the element is greater than its neighbor. We will run a for loop where the I will count the index as array start from 0. So we will initialize I with 0 and run the loop till the size of the array. Each time we will check if the element present at the I position is greater than its neighbor. If it is greater, then return the index I. There is a problem with this code. It will give you an error for the elements present at the start and end position. To save your code from getting error, we can restrict the for loop to run just from the index position 1 till index position n2. There is a problem in this approach, as well as in this approach, we miss to check for the elements present at the end, as well as at the start of the array, whether these elements are peak elements or not. To check for the start and end elements of the array, we can place two if statements in which we will check whether the element is peak element or not. In the first if statement, we will check if the start element is greater than its next element, and in the second if statement, we will check if the end element is greater than its previous element or not. If either one is greater, then return the corresponding index. Now, as we have put condition to check for the first and last element to be a peak element, now we will restrict the for loop to run from 1 to n2 only. Now let's see the final code. Here's how the code works. It first checks if the array is empty or not. If array is empty, then return 1, else it will check if the first element is a peak by comparing it to the second element. Then it checks if the last element is a peak by comparing it to the second to last element. If neither the first nor the last element is a peak, the code iterates through the elements from the second element to the second to last element. For each element, it checks if it is greater than both its neighbors. If it is, it returns the index of that element as a peak. If no peak is found in the entire array, it returns 1. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe my channel for more videos.